Each decade of our life presents unique challenges on trying to figure out what the heck do we want to do with our lives. If I can go back in time, I think there's an immense amount of pressure that we as a society and that we ourselves put on ourselves to figure it all out. In reality, when we're in our 20s, we haven't yet fully developed psychologically the brain waves and the identification as far as and developmentally who we are. I think it's until about age 25 or 26 that developmentally our brains are still trying to figure it out. I know when I was in my 20s, the pressure to finish school and to pick a career field and to pick an interest level, get a job, move out on your own and support yourself financially was very weighty for me. And I think it is for a lot of individuals. In addition to that, you're trying to figure out is what if I check all those boxes and get through school and get through the coursework and land the job, is that going to be fulfilling to me? So I want you to back up for a minute. I want you to go back to your childhood. And I want you to think about the things that you did that brought you joy and felt like you had some power. For me, I remember when I was about 10 or 12 years old, and people would ask, Kirsten, what do you want to be when you grow up? I actually said an architect, believe it or not. And I've never worked in that field as an adult. But as I look back on those times, I think it allowed me to be creative. I like to draw, but as I look back on a lot of my drawings were more math focused. They were linear. They were had a very equal pattern to them. In addition to that, I love to rearrange my bedroom frequently. It made me feel fresh and alive. It allowed me to look at different layouts and colors and how I place things, and that really got my creative juices going. It's funny though, as I got farther into high school, and I was thinking about college, I got asked the same question, Kirsten, what do you want to be when you grow up? And at the time, I was really thriving in science classes. So I said, I want to go to medical school because I thought, what a cool thing to get to look at the human body or other animals and understand those systems and things like that. Fast forward into college, one of the weed out classes that I failed miserably was organic chemistry. And that actually gave my pre-med career to a crashing halt. But actually, I think it was a good thing because it allowed me to think about I'm going to have to get through these science courses to get to where I want to be. But maybe that wasn't my passion. So I fell back on something else that I actually just gave a try to when I was in high school, and that was debate. It was about communication strategies. It was about putting together an argument. It really came down to sales, which is where my career landed. So it gave me power. It was almost like going on the roller coaster for the first time and going down that first hill. You're like, oh my gosh. And then you come out laughing at the end. So don't feel pressure for what you want to be. Think about what brings you power and joy.